Hi guys, and welcome to Cultnomics. My name is Paul Hanley, and today I'm going to be chatting to you about total revenue and marginal revenue, maths and graph. Okay guys, so in part 2 of our analysis of revenue and marginal revenue of a firm, what we're going to do is translate the information for our firm here, Vice, onto a diagram with price up here on the y-axis and quantity down on the x-axis. So in order to do that, firstly we're going to translate a demand curve onto our firm's graph here. A demand curve is made up of both quantity and price, so we're going to take each coordinate down along the table here that we've previously calculated. So we'll start with a quantity of 0 and a price of €3.50. So quantity of 0 and €3.50 in terms of price gives us our first coordinate for our demand curve. We then increase the quantity to 100 by dropping the price to 3, and in this case a price of 3 and a quantity of 100 gives us our second coordinate here. And we move along to 200 quantity and €2.50 that we've calculated previously to get our third point, then 300 for quantity and €2 for price, 400 for quantity and €1.50 for price, 500 quantity and €1 for price, and 600 for quantity and 50 cents for price. So we have our demand curve here, and what we do is when we line up all of these lines here, little points, we have our demand curve for Vice, just like this. So we'll just label that and we'll call this our demand curve here. Okay, the next thing we want to do is translate our marginal revenue information onto this curve here. So marginal revenue, we take the coordinates again, this time quantity and marginal revenue. So if we start off with quantity of 0, there is actually no marginal revenue, so that's fine. We then move on to a quantity of 100 and our marginal revenue is 3 at this point, so we mark it in. Quantity of 200, our marginal revenue is 2, so we'll mark that in as well. Quantity of 300, our marginal revenue is 1, we'll mark it in. 400 for quantity gives a 0 marginal revenue. Here's where it starts to go negative. We increase to a quantity of 500 and we get -1 for marginal revenue, and up to 600 and we get -2. So our marginal revenue curve in this case is downward sloping, and we'll just draw that in. We will take green color for that one. Marginal revenue, downward sloping, and below our demand curve, just like this. We'll just label that with marginal revenue, and what we can see is that it's downward sloping below the demand curve and cuts it roughly halfway along the x-axis here. I hope you call back to Cultnomics soon. Bye for now.